Welcome to my old house. For the next couple weeks, most of my videos are going to revolve around our old house and getting it ready to sell. We've been moved since July, I think. We're now at the end of November. I need to get this house sold, but to do that, there's some updates I've been needing to do for years that I never could because we just didn't have the room to make those updates while we were living here. So now that we're moved out, I'm going to make those changes, get some things updated and repaired, and hopefully get this thing sold in a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to give you a quick tour. This isn't going to be a true before video because I've already started on several parts of this, as you can kind of see behind me. This kitchen no longer has any cabinets or appliances or a floor. Let's take a look real quick. Here is the living room. I've already started repairing the drywall. This is gonna end up being a series of videos. I could just do one video of everything, but I feel like it would be really long. So I'm gonna break it up by the different projects, the different pieces of this that I'm working on. Drywall will be one, flooring will be one, maybe a little bit on the electrical. I haven't decided if I really want to show that or not, since I'm not a licensed electrician. Painting, cabinets, I'm going to build the cabinets myself. They're already started. I'll show that whole process. Maybe replacing some windows. There are a couple I would like to replace. I am going to hire that out though. One of the windows, this one behind me, behind the old fridge, is 5 feet by 7 feet, and it's single pane, so it's not a great window, but it's big enough I don't feel comfortable doing that work on my own. So that's one I would hire out. The kitchen, I think, is the biggest project though. Its window, also not so great. And the floor really needs work. I'm probably gonna rip up all of this subfloor and put in new OSB subfloor to try to not only level it all out, but get rid of spots like that. So there's going to be a lot going on here. The plumbing also needs a little bit of work. We've ripped out the crown molding, and so I've been going around filling that in. There's still a lot to do there, just to try to get a nice, smooth, square corner. There's a lot of that going on. I am going to replace all the lighting, I think. For one, at least here in the living room, this fan, while I like the look of it, the bulbs, it doesn't use standard bulbs. They're these little candelabra looking ones, and they're just not bright enough for how big this room is. So that's got to go. The bookshelves are going to stay. The fireplace is going to stay. That's a gas fireplace, and honestly, I don't know if it even works. We've never tried to use it. So that may or may not need some replacing. We'll see when we get there. This has required the purchase of a couple tools. I'll deal with that separately. This is one of the bedrooms. You can see I've already had a lot going on in here, but still a long ways to go. Creepy basement. Not sure what all we're gonna do down there yet. And this is the other bedroom. There's really not a whole lot to do in here. I do need to figure out how to fix those squeaks though. I want to make this wall of the closet even with this wall here. Also, I need to run some new electrical cable. So we're gonna cut a hole up there. And since we're putting in new flooring, I'm really tempted to rip out this vent and put a more modern one in and then just patch the wall, blend that all together. Same thing in the other bedroom, but we haven't decided yet. In the bathroom, also not a ton. Obviously, I've already started. Medicine cabinet, I ripped out, building a new one. That vanity and sink, all of that's gonna get ripped out, building a new one. Tub is mostly gonna stay the same, but I am gonna refinish the actual tub. And then this cabinet is getting ripped out and I'm building a new one. Floor is gonna stay the same in here though. And I might get rid of this texture on the ceiling just cause I hate it. We're also probably going to replace all these interior doors. They are original, but they've been painted so many times. If you look at them really close, they look terrible. I could probably strip all that off and fix them, but I'm in a hurry. So I'm probably just gonna replace all these with modern doors. Anyway, there is a lot going on. I'm really hoping to have this done by Christmas. Whether that's actually doable or not, we'll see. One thing I'm doing, so where we moved is 40 miles from our old house, so it's not real close. And I still have a day job. Luckily for my day job, I work from home most of the time, and our old house still has internet access. So what I'm doing is I'm basically camping out here several days a week. Work during the day. As soon as I'm done with work, get to work on the house. It's probably not going to be fun because I hate doing this kind of work, but hopefully it'll turn out decent, and so we'll have some good before and after. Whether I'll have any actual good tips, I don't know. Maybe there'll be more things to avoid. Maybe it'll be better to just hire somebody. So stick around. Hopefully, as part of this, all of what you see behind me will look a whole lot better. We'll see.